I've been up early, been up half the night actually, and I have done my readings this morning for TikTok, and then it gets shared everywhere, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm just going to jump on and do one for YouTube as well. And I'm going to just start off with some easy messages from the tea leaf deck. I'm not doing many cards today because I've got lots to do, but let's get a look. I have been getting so many positive cards. You're on the road to success. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. You see how this is coming up? A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. This was the other one. A stubborn, aggressive person. If ever some card like that comes up, we all know what that is. Fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters, okay? Karma, you will reap what you've sown. One more. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to flow instead of taking charge. About what? About what? About what? About what? Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Okay. We will deal with it. All right. So I'm just getting this feeling, okay? So whenever I get a feeling about something, I need to talk about it. I am almost finished. This is my last week of semester 2, okay, at the academy. Again, you can pay these off, and there's special payment plans and things that have to do with, for 12 months, right? Special payment plans and things going on for 12 months. So you can always get this, and I highly recommend it because your life is going to change. One of my students has already started working now of her own business. She has her website going, and it's Healing Guide in the Garden, I believe it is. I will put a link to her website as well. But this is what you can do, you know. You have that much confidence in yourself when you are finished the academy. And you have to start at semester 1, and you can move into semester 2. Semester 3 will be deeper methods of healing. And between the 2 semesters, I'm actually going to be teaching a tarot course. Okay, it's going to be a pretty big course, but you'll be able to go at your own pace. Okay. So because I'm doing this, you know, there's so much channeling I'm teaching, and past life healing therapies and things. There's so much messages that continue to come through for us, right? And one of the biggest things is that we are really on the brink of another major transformation. Right? Another major shift in our lives. We are on the brink of this taking place. And what that means is that for some of you, there are some things that you've really been focusing your energy vibration upon for some time, right? You've been really wondering about certain things, and you've been focusing your energy on these new directions that you want to take, right? And here it starts to come in, and then you're going to be thinking to yourself, well, what am I going to do now? Right? So it's coming in. Is it going to stop? Is it going to continue? Am I going to have to struggle? Am I supposed to be where I am now? Should I be moving? Should I downsize? Should I upgrade? Should I begin my business online, considering nobody has any money right now? You know, there's so many things that are transforming in our life. And I can tell you that when you focus your intention on exactly what it is that you want, that is the only way that it's actually going to come to you. So what we're going to do right now is focus, if we can, on the new things coming in and things we need to be aware of along the way. And I'm going to tell you something real strange, that there has been a door problem at our house, right? Seems really weird. And it started off with me being outside doing some gardening. I might have told you about this. And my husband left, and he never closes the inside back door. And it was closed. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just let Pilot out. And I go to open that back door, and it was completely locked. I was actually shoulder busting it, trying to open it. I'm like, this is weird. He's locked me out. He's forgotten I'm here. I just went back to my gardening, and then I said to him, he just walks outside, and I said to him, well, thanks for locking me out. And he said, I didn't lock this door. This door's not even locked. I just opened it right up. I'm like, oh my God. So I told him the story. Then after that, so that happened a couple of weeks ago, whatever. And then after that, the front door was open and everybody had locked it. Everybody said they double checked it. Then the downstairs room here, we're in my healing room. Just a few days ago, we went to drop off one of the puppies, came home, and Corey, my son, said, Mum, Pilot was locked in your healing room and he was banging and banging and banging, and he's actually taken part of the door apart down underneath the door here. So he's panicked, you know, and hit it that hard that it's broken, the door, like chipped right off. We have to replace it. And that happened. And then when I woke up yesterday morning, I went to go and check on the pups. They live in the garage. The garage door is always open to the backyard for their mum, BB, and them to all go running around. And the garage door was shut. And not only was it shut, but it was locked, and it was pitch black in there for the babies, who thankfully were all in there with their mum. BB was scratching the hell out of the door. And, you know, I said, oh my God, who's locked the, you know, who locked the door? Like we were thinking maybe someone just didn't think of it or whatever. No one locked the door. Nobody touched it. They all know to leave that back door open, right? We leave the inside door locked at night, but the outside door, they can come in and out, and it's hard to explain, but they can go in and out into the backyard. And we don't have to worry about, you know, potty and all that sort of stuff. They can just go. And so nobody done it. So there's been this door thing. So I said to my husband, I think this is a message for us to just stay home. Right? There's something going on. So I don't get anything bad about it, because there's nothing bad here. Everything's cleared. You know, my God. I am the master clearer, like every day. I'm always working and always clearing and always protecting and supporting and connecting and all that. But yeah, if you have a first thought about it, let me know in the comments. All right. But yeah, that's been very strange. All right, away we go. What's coming in? Let's take a look. First thing we have is the Eight of Wands. Now, as you can see in this particular energy, if we have a look at it clearly, we have, I'm actually going to grab, that's my aura light. We have the Eight of Wands here, which symbolizes this very, very fast action. Something is coming in, often a message or some information that's going to help you with whatever endeavor you have. So if you're waiting for news, you are really not going to have to wait much longer. So things are speeding up. Okay, so the Eight of Wands indicates air travel, like travel by car, someone traveling a distance. But also, if you notice on these wands, there is this energy of, you know, the growth here, right? So this can also be talking about the growth that you have in your life and your spiritual life taking right off too. A blockage of some sort may have given way so that events will unfold more quickly. All right. In other words, you're not going to be caught off guard. So these wands are heading towards their target. You're the target. Okay, so things are coming quickly. And it's a positive vibration as well. You may also receive like a lot of information with emails and things like that as well. You may receive information or someone's flying towards you from a long distance. Okay, or you're flying towards them. I'm trying to figure out my passport right now and trying to get an appointment. You know, you have to go in person to renew your Australian passport here in United States. You have to go in person, so we have to travel to Texas. And you can't even get an appointment until you've got to check on Monday mornings and see if there's any appointment slots available. Meanwhile, time's ticking. Anyway, so it'll all work out though. So the World card is about completion. Okay, it is the last card in the major arcana. So that's why they say it's like the final part of your journey. It is the final card. So the four divine beings here, okay, are brought together to witness that a cycle really has reached its conclusion. So the dancer evokes the joy of the yogini, which was in the death card, and her pose evokes the spiritual surrender of the hangman as well, right? So life is triumphed, the soul is renewed. Take a victory lap and get ready to start the next cycle. So here we have the energy of being extremely happy because of this shift, you know, that you've been waiting for, right? Extremely happy because things are finally going to start to make sense, right? In your life, etc. Things are finally going to start to change and become easier. And then you have the 10 of Swords here. Now this is kind of interesting. Hopefully you're hearing me right now. This is kind of interesting because what this talks about is a game being over, okay? There's no way to avoid the changes that are occurring. There's no way to get out of it, okay? This is an ending. This is an ending. This is an ending. It's making its message known to you, okay? Whatever you've been, you know, dealing with or suffering with, it's coming to a finish. The 10 of Swords is an exhausting looking card. But if we notice that there's armor on this particular knight here, and all of the swords are in the armor, it's not actually penetrating the physical body, right? It's just cutting away at the outer shell or the egoic personality here, right? So you have stripped away the ego in your life. You've stripped away the painful old habits that you had. And it actually brings us into the next card, which is the Tower. But it's the Tower on the other side. So this is the first side of the Tower, and this is that side. Okay, looks like nighttime here. Things are different when the Tower is in this way, right? So out of nowhere, a sudden bolt of lightning strikes the Tower, right? So you can see this, and it strikes the two occupants from its shelter. So the king and his architect constructed and possessed the tower, which in their conceit they thought would be indestructible, but their earthly roles are meaningless to the eye of God. So whatever illusion they had about their power and permanence is burned away as they fall towards the waters below. So the presence of a dove, the Holy Spirit, assures them that they have not been abandoned, but they are in no condition to believe it at the moment, right? They are, okay. This could also be representing things that are changing on a global scale. How people are thinking that they're getting away with something, but out of nowhere, sudden change occurs that shocks everybody. So there's no way to prepare for a tower experience other than to just know that it's coming. Look for the weaknesses in your foundation. Where are you vulnerable? Where are you complacent? Do you have the inner and outer resources you need to deal with these big changes? So it's good to be alarmed here and making sure that you are putting everything into place. You're putting up your protection. You know that whatever is coming forth that needs to change will change. And, there's just no getting around it. There are people that are shocked now because of the announcements that have been made, the new protocols for C19, the new requirements. Basically, there are none. Basically, if you had the jib jab, you're just as cool as someone who didn't, right? I don't know how many people I've dealt with over the last couple of years, well, especially the last year when the jib jabs were available, that got C19 and they didn't have it before. Like it just, this whole thing made no sense. Even when you looked at the Worldometer, which is a, completely free website to look up, it actually shows you the statistics of the whole thing. And, whilst the numbers look really large, etc., the death in itself rate was, really less than 2% of the world's population would actually pass from it. You might contract it, but you're not going to pass from it. So it was really not a, although they made it into a huge deal, and some of the protocols and practices that were given to people, even, people going on a ventilator, etc., was many doctors were saying that was the worst thing that we could do. And many people lost their lives after that as well, right? So, this whole thing has been an engineering thing. It's been a weapon. And people are starting to wake up to this fact now. And we're also seeing many whistleblowers and, information coming from people who don't want to be involved in this charade anymore of the takeover, right? Now, I really don't care what anyone believes in, but on a spiritual level, we had to be aware, this was a almost a test of our awareness of whether we were going to give in to hype and fear and listen to the news, the media, who, really don't tell us the truth. It's called, the news. It's whatever news they're calling it, right? We had to get past all of that. We had to get past the mundane everyday life, and it's frightening when, people are dropping and people are passing and people are giving it to their kids and, just panic at the disco. And here we are. Oh, well, doesn't matter now. You're fine. Go ahead. We made a mistake. We shouldn't have done this. We shouldn't have done that. Like, what? After all of that, and nobody's, up in arms about that. So we have this also indicating to us like, hey, you really are going to see some crap flying around now. Your whole view of something that once was is going to absolutely change. Okay? In the spiritual communities, there are a lot of dark infiltrators in there as well. And they're the ones that you will notice that suddenly there's millions of followers and, deals and things. They sell themselves out. I hope you know that the difference now between these people that are talking about, all of this money changing, we're all going to suddenly be very, very wealthy, even though I feel that that's going to take place. I don't feel you can put dates on these things. Med beds and rollouts of this and instant healing. Hey, you can already do that. You don't need a med bed, right? How long have they been talking about these things? You know, like I just see some dangerous patterns of people hanging on someone else's every word instead of doing things for themselves. So much of a quicker process to do it for yourself, right? And what I'm sort of seeing and hearing is, you know, people who are high vibrational or starseeds, or they're in the UFO community or whatever, and they've just been hearing these same stories and they're just hanging on it, and even buying up Denare and all of this stuff. You know, I have to say it because I heard the whole thing, you know, years ago. Even my husband said, my God, they've been promising this, that, and the other for years. Don't listen to other people's promises. You've got to see for yourself. Channel in the information yourself. Work out what you feel is right and wrong. You know, work out what you believe in. Strengthen yourself. This is what this channel is all about. You figuring this all out yourself rather than relying on psychics or UFOologists or, you know, whatever you're following. You know, people who say they've got secret information and insider reports, and, you know, well, they're not very good reporters, are they? They're not very good inside information if it's always wrong. You know, it's always wrong. So figure this out for yourself. Do the meditations. Do the declarations. You will get the results. Okay, you will know what's going on. Okay, this is the next card. Now, this is this internal battle, you see, because you've conflicting stories, right? Me personally, people send me videos and tell me, oh, maybe you should watch that. I don't watch anybody, except for if you're connected with my school or whatever and you've got your own stuff, I'll go watch. I'll go support you. But I tend to stay away from watching this and watching that and getting distracted. I've got too much work to do. So I just pull in the information myself. So the Five of Wands talks about not taking things too seriously, even if there seems to be a conflict going on. So you may be going through motions to keep practice. You may feeling like you're in competition a little bit right now. And, you know, but the energy here is kind of like healthy. It's in a sense, you know, we are a little bit too hard on ourselves. And again, the conflicting information, like, but this person says this and that. Find your own information. This is what you're going to be taught here, that you create your own miracles, that you are a sovereign being of light. You are in charge of your future. You are in charge of your happiness. You are in charge of your abilities. Other people's BS and strategies and making you live on the edge of your seat and having hope that, oh God, this is happening. We got reports. Oh, this is going on. You know, everything's gonna happen, and you're all gonna be seeing those med beds rolling out. How long have we heard that one? Right? So no one can give an exact date. That's why I don't do it. I'll give a general energy for the month. Let's see what's coming up. What do we feel is happening? What's, you know, taking place? What to look out for? Right? But there cannot be direct things because it fails. And it fails because people have free will. Things change. Things shift on a daily, well, every second, right? So we have to embrace our abundance. Look at this, it's coming in anyway. You know, by focusing on your own life, on your own direction, on your own self, you will see the abundance begin to flow because you're manifesting it, not because someone's giving it to you, or, you know, we're all going to be multi-millionaires or something. I feel that anyway. I feel that with regards to money in itself, it probably won't exist. I'm not seeing that changing overnight. But it probably won't be a thing. It might be silver and gold, or it might be another currency, or it just might be a bartering system, right? And it won't be as important because we've seen what it does. But anyway, we're still deserving of things coming in. So the Ace of Pentacles represents the gift of good fortune. It is a cosmic yes to answer any question, especially about money, career, material possessions, and earthly concerns. So whatever you start now is going to grow rapidly and may prosper beyond your wildest dreams. Now, it's not going to prosper beyond your wildest dreams if your thought processes are, when this happens, this is going to happen, and when I hear from this thing, and you've just got to accept abundance in your life right now. The shock may actually be the changes in your finances. The shock may be that you're finally moving in the right direction in your life. But we just need to be very mindful. As much as I believe everybody deserves unconditional love and respect for what they're doing and what they're trying to bring to the world, and in their eyes they're doing the right thing, they feel that this is the right thing. But just don't get yourself caught up in the hopes and dreams of other people and what they believe to be true, because it fails time and time again because you're focusing on them. They don't fail, believe me, but you're focusing on them rather than yourself, and you're giving away your energy, and that's what ends up taking place. So I just kind of wanted to give us a quick update today. And again, pretty soon here I am finishing off semester 2. It's all available for everyone to get started with. Okay, you got so much work to do, it's not even funny. But here, opening to your spiritual source, that's all available for you to learn that you're protected by angels, you are cherished by the angels. Okay, don't forget that. You are sovereign. Walk in beauty. One more card. Tread thoughtfully. What's it going to be? Is it going to be about everybody else? Or is this future of yours going to be manifested, reflect and redirect your energy, manifested by you, right? Open your heart to joy. Simplify your life. Enjoy the journey, right? Go deep, explore within yourself. You have all the answers to your future. I know we hate hearing that. I will help to guide you with, all of these different readings and things and declarations, meditations. These are the key, right? Clearing away the negative attachments, understanding your spiritual self, understanding the psychology side of things and the spiritual side of things, how they can very, very easily blend together. Understanding your guides, your angels, your support, your manifestations, how to manifest. And if you gently just work through this, there's no shortcuts, okay? You've got to work on this. You've got to work on yourself. If you can do that, oh my God, your life changes. You will never go back to the stressful, worrisome, over-emotional, oversensitive, anxiety-ridden, sleepless nights, stress-filled anger that you had before. Because you'll understand your trauma. You'll understand yourself. You'll go easy on yourself. And wow, your abilities will open right up. Yes, I can help you as a soul with some readings and some messages. I do have deals going on at the moment. They're not going to last forever. But, I have things available there that are very, very affordable, where you can get your own personalized advice to move forward. Okay? And know that the difference between people who are taking you for a ride, right? And you're chasing after their car, or people that are putting you in the front seat and saying, here, you drive. Know the difference. Okay? We have to start waking up to this now and start supporting the people that are truly trying to support us. So thank you very much for subscribing, being here, and also sharing. This is wonderful. I appreciate you all. I just wanted to jump in this morning before I got started. Even though I've already done a whole lot, I've got to get another lot done. And talking to you real soon. Sending blessings. Bye for